Hello and welcome to all the ghouls and vampires out there. I'm Joe here with me, my co-host Dan.
Hello and greetings.
And today we've got another Scooby-Dooby-Doo episode. It's been about a month.
Yeah.
This time we're just going to go quickly over the scene shift thing part because basically they all pile into the vehicle, drive after the weird crazy cat lady, and proceed to follow her onto a boat, which will take them out to a bayou. The boatman, spoilers alert, is also a cat person. And, of course, you have the catfish thing, which is really just useless filler. And the fisherman, along with his boar, who are just there for insert random other suspect here. Like, they don't...
He doesn't even have any motivation other than catching that ridiculous fish. And
Big Mona.
And what does he want of the island?
Yeah, the problem is, if you cut him out of the movie's the same. Then you have... but the more important part of this transition scene is the revelation that Scooby doesn't really like cats. That said, when they arrive on the island, they discover that it has red peppers planted all over the place. It's a large plantation of red peppers. And so Shaggy and Scooby are probably going to be enjoying that. The red peppers will be playing, ironically, an important role in the film, unlike the fisherman. Scooby, though, gets mad and suspicious of the cats who are laughing at him and not really behaving cat-like for the most part, taunting him and almost speaking. Scooby chases them only for Ms. Lenoir, which means the black, or the dark. Yeah, that's hinting at who's the real culprit. Not suspect, but real culprit. Lenoir gets angry because she doesn't like dogs, because she's a cat. And this actually is them hinting at who the culprit is. Because this is them kind of hinting, because Scooby, as the animal, doesn't like the cats more so than what a dog normally wouldn't like. And the reason this is important is that this is an old horror trope. That, your dog doesn't like whatever villain because they can detect evil. This is a very old horror trope.
Mm-hmm.
And it's constantly reused to this day. I know people will say, well, you're reading too much into Scooby. No, we're not. It's Scooby's role as the dog. If he was a non-speaking dog character, you could probably put him in with that role. And it would kind of not change the plot at this point in the film. Although the fact that he's Scooby-Doo just adds, rather than reduces from the role. That said, along the way, he basically runs over the gardener, which doesn't earn him brownie points with the angry gardener, who's also annoyed at all of his morning work having been ruined. And you have, of course, the gang who are to be given a tour of the mansion by a very irritated Lenoir and embarrassed Lena, who's just kind of going, this is already not working out very well. These are meant to be our victims, and this is just already ending badly.
And when they arrive on the island, that's when Lena's like, maybe I should have asked if they had a dog
first. Yeah, and she herself has an inherent hatred for dogs because, cat or rat. And you have, of course, Bo, the gardener, who, well, he's actually a secret FBI agent who is undercover trying to figure out why there's so many people disappearing from this place. And it's a good question because, let's be honest, this island is very suspicious.
And Bo being a suspect here is much better handled than with the fisherman.
No, the fisherman doesn't have a role. Bo, while I hate the name, Bo is a terrible name. He does have a large and important role. Yeah, he's a false flag, or a red herring, I should say. But he's a red herring, but he's... He's there to be a later support character and new member of sorts of the Mystery Inc. crew, if only for this one movie. And that said, you have, of course, Daphne, who's checking him out and thinking he's kind of cute, which annoys Freddy, who could blame him. And you have Velma, who she herself is suspicious of the gardener because she thinks, well, everybody on the island outside of the Mystery Inc. crew are suspects, which she's absolutely right. She's a detective. This is how you should look at everyone. And funny enough, the gardener later ends up saying, or the non-gardener ends up saying later, yeah, that's kind of how you operate. But that's enough discussing the transition scene and the first intro to Le Noir. What do you all think? And don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button, and to stay tuned for our next video.